My name is Xavier Pettis. I am a senior, and my major is construction engineering technology. I always liked Legos as a kid, who doesn't in certain ways. Through that, I got into Lego robotics. I think that really started my the engineering journey into, say, Vex robotics and into an interest in actually making things myself, because I always liked to draw. And I kind of started thinking on myself, what if I could make this in real life? I chose UMaine in the first place because it was really important for me to find a place where I could continue my entrepreneurial journey. And before I came here, I researched the Foster Center of Innovation here, and just some of the programs up at UMaine, such as the giant 3D printer, that just interests me to no end. So I figured I would come here. I really have a passion for making things, and I realized at a certain point in time, I'm like, oh, I have to also learn how to run an organization a little bit too, or to the very least, understand how to do taxes to a certain level. Accounting classes helped me the most with that, because just understanding what different asset and liability types were helped in terms of running the business. So I started StiMEFlex between my senior year of high school and beginning of college. This was actually a segue off of a robotics project I had made, where the original product was supposed to actually act as a muscle for robots, but it did not work the way I intended, because at the time I still didn't know what I was doing, but I ended up really enjoying playing with it. One of my parents works in the school districts, and I was saying, could I have a few to work with kids in my the district? So I did that, and well, they loved it, and I ended up selling it, and yeah, I guess the rest is history. So working with some doctors down in Lewiston, we found that the products have a bit more of a personal feel compared to, say, stress balls. Let's say you damage your hand, or you're recovering from surgery around your hand. StiMEFlex products can come in different, I guess, sort of tensile strengths. And with these tensile strengths, we developed a sort of package product where, based off of a color-coded format, you could switch up as your hand recovered from the surgery or from your injury. With StiMEFlex, you can also use it to assist with stretching, different movements, and of course with the hand here. You can use our products probably in the relative world a bit more easily than some of the other products on the market, because you can just slide it into your pocket. The original one of these doesn't have any curved lines whatsoever, and is just one big block. Well, what I found with that is that it breaks down rather fast. The first person I ever sold stuff to, she told me within months they degraded. From there, we iterated to having curved lines to take the stress off of the seam lines on it, which has extended their use out not just in months but in years, because there are still ones that I've made 4 years ago that are still in use today. In terms of material, started off with a much harder material with, I would say, a much crappier 3D printer, but everyone's got to learn with something. Since then, I've been able to shop through different materials and improve since then. Along with that fact, I've been able to experiment with much more flexible materials. Initially, my initial machines would only be able to make one unit at a time. And these things can make multiple things all at once. So I would like to run the company to build up what we do. Right now, we do a lot of work with different nonprofits, schools, physical therapy, and I want to be able to do more work in Maine. I guess really I just want to thank everyone who's helped me get to this point along the way, from my parents to the people who have worked with me in the past with making these. It's meant a lot to me, and I hope to do more.